That's such a long story. I think we started fostering because of Lucy, because we lost Lucy after 17 years, and she was such an awesome dog. And when I started looking for other dogs, there was no dog that was ever good enough. And we went to shelters and we applied for dogs, and finally I saw a dog on Facebook. And it was an OPH dog, but I didn't know what OPH was at the time. And they were looking for fosters, and it was a hound dog. So I was like, oh, maybe we could foster. And then if we like the dog, we'll keep the dog. And that's how we'll find our dog. And that would be a great way to find a dog. And so I signed up to foster and got interviewed. And once we were approved, we got this whole list. The dog that I originally had volunteered to foster was long gone by then. And so then we got a list, and from that list, we picked this little tiny beagle named Galena and brought her home and had way too much fun. When it was time for her to go, we figured out that there were so many more that we could just keep doing this. And so then we just kept doing this. And then it's almost like an addiction. You just keep fostering because there's always another good dog. There's just always another one. And so you let one go so that you can save another. Because it is an addiction, because you really, you get such a great feeling when you know you've saved a dog. And not just saved a dog, sometimes you meet people who adopt those dogs, and that, and you see how much that dog means to them and how it changes their life and how it makes them so happy. And that's a really good feeling too. So it's a win-win-win, because you save all these dogs and you help all these people, and there's this endless stream of dogs, so you can't stop. Well, my everyday life is different than everybody's because I'm at home writing. So I'm here with the dogs. And if it's a dog that is housebroken, then it can hang out with me in my office and it keeps me company. And if it's a dog that's not housebroken, then it's either crated or it's in my kitchen. And so they kind of hang out with me. And the nice thing about having the dog, especially doing the puppies, is that it gets me up off my butt. I would sit and just work at my computer nonstop. But I have to get up. I have to walk the dog. I have to let the dog out. I have to feed the dogs. I have to take care of the puppies. I have to go stare at the puppies because they're so incredibly cute. So my day is not that much different than it was before the dogs, except for now it's a little bit more fun, and it's a lot more exciting. I didn't think that it took that long. It was taking that much of my time to foster until recently, when I was without a foster for 3 weeks. So I think that it's just like any pet. They kind of worm their way in, and you find time because you love them, because you love hanging out with them. And because some of these dogs are so starved for attention and love that you can't help but give them that time, and it's so worth it. I would say do it. Because if you think too hard about it, you might not do it, because there's lots of stuff that's hard about fostering, but there's so much that's good, and it's so rewarding. And you think you can't let these dogs go. That's what everybody always says to me is I'll just keep them all, and that's what my husband said I would do, but you don't, because you just know there's so many. You can't keep all of them, and the state of Pennsylvania will come haul you away for hoarding. So you let them go, and then another one comes, and another one comes, and it's just heartbreaking to know how many dogs are out there and how many dogs don't make it up here. And that's what makes you just keep doing it again and again. Some dogs are a lot harder to let go of than others. Some, to be honest, I'm like ready. Not because they're necessarily a bad dog or a mean dog, but because I haven't really had any mean dogs, and bad dogs are bad because of people, because of the way we manage them usually. But there's some that are exhausting, some that are really need a lot of attention, need a lot of exercise. And those dogs, sometimes I'm happy to see go, and the other dogs, I worry about them. And the only good thing is that I trust the process. I trust that these adopters have been well vetted and are deserving of this dog. And many of them stay in touch, and that is always the best, when they stay in touch and let you know how your dog, that's now their dog, is doing. So, yeah, sometimes it's really hard. But then another dog arrives, and you're too busy with that new dog to worry too much about the old dog. The best part, there's so many best parts. Um, Best parts for me is holding puppies and hanging out with puppies and just how much they make me smile every day and laugh, and they're just so precious. And the best part is the mama dogs, when you see them start their real lives without the puppies, and they're healthy and they're happy and they're you get to know them. And then the best part is, I don't know, I guess the best part's all the dogs. But then there's the best parts that, like, the people you meet. I've met so many awesome people, not just people in the rescue. Some of them have become really, really good friends and almost family. And then some of the adopters I've met have also become good friends and people I'm glad to know. So there's a lot of best parts, I guess. And I guess the very biggest best part is knowing they saved a life.